Repair Clinic encourages you to perform this procedure safely. In this video, we will show one or more of these icons to alert you when to use caution. Before you begin the process of removing the carburetor from your leaf blower, make sure the engine has cooled and the on-off switch is in the off position. Note the orientation of the fuel lines attached to the carburetor, then detach them. Be prepared for some fuel to spill. Now loosen the mounting screw to release the air filter cover and pull out the air filter. Use a T25 Torx bit screwdriver to unthread the carburetor mounting bolts. Separate the air filter housing and bolts from the carburetor. Detach the throttle cable from the linkage to fully remove the carburetor. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the screws holding the carburetor components together. Lift off the primer mounting plate and remove the screws securing the primer base. Lift off the base and remove the old pump gasket and diaphragm. Use a small flathead screwdriver to help pry out the old screen. You're now ready to begin installing the new carburetor rebuild kit components. Insert the new screen into the carburetor. Align the new pump gasket on the primer base tabs, followed by the new pump diaphragm. Then reposition the base on the carburetor and secure the screw. Reposition the primer mounting plate, then thread and tighten the screws to secure. Next, remove the screws securing the metering cover. Pull the cover off. Then unthread the screw securing the metering lever and pin. Remove the lever, pin, and needle, along with the old spring. Prepare the new components for installation by inserting the pin through the lever. Now align the new spring on the carburetor. Attach the new needle to the lever. Then depress the spring with the lever as you insert the needle into the carburetor. Hold the assembly in place as you thread and tighten the screw to secure. If necessary, peel off the old gasket and diaphragm from the metering cover. Align the new metering diaphragm on the cover, followed by the new gasket. Reposition the metering cover and secure it with the screws. Next, unthread the screws securing the throttle rotor assembly. Pull the assembly off and remove the old rotor bearing from the pin in the carburetor housing. Position the new rotor bearing on the pin. Realign the throttle rotor assembly and replace the screws to secure. Now reinstall the carburetor by first attaching the cable to the throttle linkage. Confirm that the cable is aligned with the groove in the cable guide. With the filter housing aligned on the mounting bolts, slide the new carburetor onto the bolts, followed by the intake manifold gasket. Now thread the bolts into the carburetor spacer and tighten to secure the assembly. Realign the air filter on the filter housing. Reposition the cover and tighten the screw to secure. Attach the fuel lines to the appropriate ports on the carburetor. With the rebuilt carburetor installed, turn the on-off switch to the on position, and your leaf blower should be ready for use.